Hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2016. As you can see, the Hookster is currently in the lead by 45 points.
Hey, got some good news for you. We've been analysing the pace compared to our rivals, and it looks like we'll be very competitive. Keep up the good work.
Oh my god, I don't think I've ever heard Chris say that sentence before in 5 seasons of the All Seasons. It's absolutely incredible. It's like the time when I was playing F1 97 and Murray Walker suddenly came out and said something completely different that he'd never said before. It scared the shit out of me. It really did. Anyway, as you can see, we are doing very, very well indeed, yes. And Renault have reduced the chassis weight of their cars and Red Bull have upgraded their engine power. But it doesn't really matter because we are on top. Yes, we are on top, as you can see, in first place in the vehicle performance comparison scale. Red Bull in second, Ferrari in third place.
Guess who made the gossip columns this morning? Everyone's talking about this new rival you have. Check his stats out.
Oh, MZ, I'd love to check your stats out. I reckon 36, 32, 36. What do you reckon, lads? Hey, anyway, Lewis Hamilton is our new rival. Wow, what a surprise that is. What a surprise.
It's qualifying time at Spa, one of the mightiest tracks on the Formula One calendar. Long straights, up and downhill, Eau Rouge as well. This track isn't for the faint-hearted.
So here we are at Belgium, home of the Irish, and as you can see, Felipe Massa currently has pole with a 146.574. The Hookster's going to cross the line, and it's going to put him in second place. And look at that, almost pole position for the Hookster. Fantastic. Of course, he loves his circuit. He really does. Anyway, a little bit later to qualify, you can see we've dropped down a 14th position at the moment. Hamilton predictably has got pole, but are we going to improve on 14th as we cross the line? Yes, we do. It's 12th place. Wowzers, mid-trousers. 12th position for the Hookster in a Mercedes. Yeah.
In the 48 races held at Spa between 1950 and 2015, the race winner has only started from pole position on 16 occasions. Qualifying yesterday may have set the order for today, but expect the unexpected here at the Belgian Grand Prix. As the saying goes, of course, anything can happen. And you know what? It usually does.
Okay, don't worry about making places into one, it's far too tight. Concentrate on a clean exit so you get good momentum down the Camel Straight.
So here's the final running order then. In first place it was Lulu, second place for Sergio Perez, third for Maxi Boy Verstappen, fourth place for Daniel Ricciardo, fifth position for Kimi Raikkonen, sixth place for Nico Hulkenberg, seventh for Fernando Alonso, eighth for Valtteri Bottas, ninth for Jenson Button, Sebastian Vettel in 10th position, Daniel Kvyat the Torpedo, and look at this, the Hookster was in 13th place in the end, Laurent Grosjean was in 15th, Jolly Off Palmer in 17th place, and bringing up the rear is Rio Harriento in, of course, the Manor car. Okay, it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the Seasons career mode, and we say go go go. So it's away he goes from 13th place already. It's a rocket ship start once again from the Hookster as we go to turn 1. He's going to do one of his customary dives. Well, we just know he is. Yes, he dives on a huge amount of cars, and he's already up into 5th position as we go down the hill now. The gorgeous Spa Frankie Champ circuit in Belgium. Yes, that's the bloody place I was trying to think of there, Belgium, as we now climb up into Eau Rouge, and we're getting very close to the back end of Daniel Ricciardo in the Red Bull. Oh my goodness, we're going for dynamics. Oh, look at this, and Verstappen and Perez as well. Oh my goodness, we get past a huge amount of cars out into second place. Yes, and there's our target. It's Lulu. It's Lewis Hamilton currently in the lead. Yes, in the lead, but we are in second place. Wowzers, mid-trousers. I don't believe it. It's absolutely unbelievable. From 13th on the grid, we've already made it up into second place, and we are chasing hard on our teammate Lewis Hamilton, but we don't need to pass him. We've got enough points now that we can still win if we just stay in second place for every single race. But of course, Hookster is a racer. He's a racer, a thoroughbred through and through, and he's not just going to sit here behind Lewis Hamilton. If he can get an opportunity to get up beside him and get past him, he will take it. Yes, indeedy, Mr. McGreedy. So still chasing Hamilton, as you can see from this glorious view from just off the right hand side of the engine cover of the beautiful Mercedes car for 2016. still holding on to second position at the moment. Hamilton, of course, still out in front. Sergio Perez is now the car behind us in the Force India, which is a very, very powerful car indeed in 2016. So we've got to watch out for the Force India. Still maintain our pace though, in second position as we're about to complete lap 1. Just jumping over the curb a little bit there, but it's okay, no problem. But we are inching a little bit closer now to Lewis Hamilton as we start lap 2. Hamilton's pulling the fastest lap of the race so far, but we are catching. We've got a fastest sector time. Look at this, we have gone purple as we now go down the hill once again. Are we going to catch up to Lulu, and are we going to get past him? Well, we're in rich mix. We are giving it the full beans to see if we can get past Lewis Hamilton as we now once again climb up through the Oru section and down the Kemmel Straight, desperately trying to catch Lulu, but he is actually pulling away from us a little bit. But oh, look at this though, as we go through the straights, we are catching him. It's only through the corners that he's got the advantage, and we've got another purple sector time for us, and we are chasing Lewis Hamilton. Perez still behind us in third place, but I think we've got a little bit of a gap now on Sergio Perez, just a tiny little bit of a gap, but we are catching our teammate Lewis Hamilton. He's not going to give up on this, you know. He's not going to give up until there's just no chance of catching Lulu. He's going to see if he can get past. Still on rich mix. He's still giving it the full beans. And, of course, this beautiful Mercedes car. Yes. Wowzers. Is he going to catch him, though? As you can see in the corners, he absolutely mullers away. But through the straights, the Hookster has got the advantage. He has definitely got a speed advantage going through the straights. So, if we can just catch up to the back of Lulu, I think we may have an opportunity to get past him. And Sergio Perez is still behind us like an angry wasp trying to get past, but we are holding him back at the moment on lap 2 of this race at the Spa Frankie Champ circuit once again. As you can see now, you can visually see the gap between us and Lewis Hamilton as we now come into the final turn. And oh my goodness, look at this, he's catching Hamilton. He is definitely catching Hamilton as we go through the final turn and down the start finish line once again. This could be the advantage for the Hookster. You can visually see the gap now, and he's pulling a fastest lap. The Hookster's pulling a fastest lap. Unbelievable scenes. The DRS has been enabled as well. This is going to be the opportunity that he needs as he goes down the hill now. This is what he needs. He's got DRS, and I think he's going to have Hamilton as he goes down the hill now. I think he's going to be able to have Hamilton. He's getting very, very close now. You can see he's gaining time all the time, and we're going now. Yes, wowzers, and he gets past. Yes, he does. He gets past Lewis Hamilton, slots in beautifully there, and goes up into the lead of this race on lap 3. Yes, up into the lead. Wowzers. Unbelievable. Yes, he has bested the blessed one himself. Yes, don't forget to wash your hands. He has bested him up into first position in, of course, the same machinery. This is what... Whoa, there was contact there between Lewis Hamilton and ourselves. Yes, he's gone into the back of us. I think that may have damaged his wing. That's absolutely great news. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but whatever it was, it didn't bloody work. No, and we still hold on to the lead at the moment, but Hamilton, I think, has got front wing damage. Wow, it is all kicking off between the teammates here, all kicking off. But this is what we have waited for almost 5 seasons to see. The Hookster in a competitive car racing right at the front. Unfortunately, we had a little detour in that journey when we got sacked by Ferrari and had to restart basically the all seasons back in the Renault car before we managed to get into a more competitive car in the McLaren. And then, of course, on to Mercedes as the Hookster goes very, very wide there, but he's still maintaining pace and holding on to this first position. Hamilton in second place, Sergio Perez in third in, of course, that Force India car as we're just about to complete lap 3, just going through the final turn here. The Hookster is still holding on to the lead of this race. Fantastic. And our teammate in the pits, Lulu, is coming for a pit stop. It's a very, very early stop for Lulu. I think that may be because he's got damage to his front wing though, and this is absolutely great news for the Hookster. Absolutely fantastic news. So the Hookster is going to hold on to first place as his teammate comes in. Sergio Perez now moves up to second place as we accelerate forward out of lap 4, the end of lap 4, and now we come in for our pit stop. But can we beat Lulu out of the pits? Well, we're going to find out any moment now. Sergio Perez comes in right behind us as well. So the lads change us from the soft tyre onto the harder tyre. And oh no, we're getting held to the pits. I don't believe it. We had to hold for the Ferrari. Wow, that could be a look at that. And both the cars that were behind us have now come out in front of us. This could be disaster for our first place. Could be absolute disaster at Spa. As we rejoin now behind both of those cars. We're going to rejoin in the pack, I think, in 7th place, is it? Yes, 7th position now behind Maxi Boy Verstappen as we go down the hill once again. this could be absolute disaster. There was about a 1 to 2 second hold there in the pits as we had to wait for a Ferrari to come in. So we have gone back down into 7th position now. I have no idea where Lulu is, but you can be rest assured that he is in front of us on lap 5 as we're now catching up to the back of Maxi Boy Verstappen. He's got quite a few cars in front of him, so this could give us the advantage. You can see they're fighting like crazy with each other. We've got Felipe Nasr in the Sauber. Well, of course, he's out of position, so he obviously hasn't pitted yet. And Rio Haryanto in there. Oh my goodness, the Hookster's not waiting though. He's going very outside of Maxi Boy. Wowzers, mid-trousers. He gets past. Well, oh no, he doesn't though, because Maxi Boy is still there off to the right hand side. In fact, both the Red Bulls are there. But the Hookster manages to hold on to this 6th position now. His next target is Felipe Nasr, and of course that's Sauber, but of course he may just wait and see if he comes into the pits because he must be out of position. But of course the Sauber was very, very slow in 2016. And of course we've got Rio Haryanto in front of him in the Manor car. I think both of those cars are going to have to come into the pits, which could give us the advantage and get us back into the serious points of maybe a podium. Yes, maybe a podium, because I think we may have lost the chance of maintaining first place at the moment. As Hookster now, he's going to go for a move on Nasr. He's not going to wait, and oh my goodness, there's contact with Felipe Nasr, and Nasr goes round in the Sauber. Wowzers. Well, yellow flags are out, but it's okay, no warning for the Hookster, so that must be been deemed as a racing incident as he goes past 2 cars now and up into 3rd place, and there's more cars pitting. It's Jolly Off Palmer in 2nd place in the Renault car, and we're up there to 2nd. Yes, 2nd place. Only Sergio Perez now is currently in the lead of this race. Now we may have lost that to Sergio as we accelerate forward down to lap 7. Lap 7 still hold on to 2nd place at the moment. Sergio Perez still in the lead, and as I said earlier, I think we may have lost the lead because of that pit stop hold where we lost about 1 or 2 seconds, because I think Sergio Perez has already come in for his pit stop and this may be game over as we accelerate forward down to lap 10. We go into the last lap of the Grand Prix, and yes indeed, it looks like Sergio Perez did indeed come in for his pit stop. So it looks like we are going to finish in 2nd place, but still more points in the bag. And more importantly than that, Lulu has obviously had some problems and he hasn't managed to get back up the field again, so he is behind us. Fantastic. Verstappen is in 3rd place as we now climb up the hill down into the Kemmel Straight once again on the very, very last lap of this Grand Prix. Well, Verstappen's got no chance of catching us. If you look at the mini-map, there's quite a huge gap now, but there's also a huge gap between us and Sergio Perez, so it definitely looks like a 2nd place is going to be on the cards for us in our Mercedes car, but still a fantastic result. And of course it could have been a win if we hadn't got that held in the pit stop between us and the Ferrari car, just waiting for the Ferrari to come into the pits. Okay then, just a few more corners to go now, and it's the end of the Grand Prix at Spa. As I've said earlier, absolutely gorgeous circuit. One of the Hookster's absolute favourites because he likes the ones where he can just go flat out. Yes, foot to the floor and no squiggles. Those are the circuits that the Hookster likes the most. And Spa delivers in spades, absolute spades in that department, because there are lots of high speed runs, of course, broken up with a few corners but not very many, and it's an absolutely fantastic circuit, and we hope that it stays on the calendar for many thousands of years to come in the history of Formula 1. Yes, don't worry, I will still be here doing the all seasons in thousands and thousands of years to come. Yes, we will probably have reached F1 2018 by then. Anyway, Sergio Perez is about to cross the line and win the race, and we are going to finish in 2nd position. Where's the flag for Sergio? There it is. Checker flag comes up. Sergio Perez crosses the line and we finish in 2nd place. Yes, get in there. Get in. And the Hookster's happy with that. Look at this. Both hands go up. He says, yes, lads. Yes, yes, yes. Fantastic result. And that means we won't get sacked, hopefully. And there he is, Mr. Ponytail himself, Vijay Mallya, in the Force India, and there he is, the race winner, Sergio Perez. Wow, from zero to hero once again, and congratulations for Sergio for testing negative for that thing I can't talk about on YouTube. No. And there's Nico Hulkenberg, finished 7th in the other Force India car. So onto the podium. Look, there he is, everyone. It's the Hookster. So sprightly, only 38 years old. Look at him. Still getting podiums. He's still got a few more championships left in him. I don't know how many more, but he's still got a few. And look at this. Sergio Perez. Champagne over everyone. Yes. Fantastic. Well done, lads. Well done indeed. Let's go to the results table then, and we can see that we are now... Don't worry about Nico Rosberg. No. I know it's confusing having 3 Mercedes, but no, we are 51 points ahead now of Lewis Hamilton. So that's 2 races in hand plus 1 point. Fantastic. But of course, don't count us out for winning this championship. Anything can happen, and it usually does. This is more important. Our driver rank, as you can see, we're now into the green, up into 6. Are we going? Yes, 7 is now our driver rank. This is the most important bit because this determines whether we get sacked or not. Yes, at the moment we're doing good. So let's move on now to the next round of the championship, and we're drawing with Lulu. And that next round is Italy. Just 1 cornetto.
Qualifying is about to start here at the Autodromo di Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. The teams are about to head out onto the track any minute now.
Give it to me, delicious ice cream from Italy. Anyway, qualifying now for the gorgeous Italian circuit. Hamilton predictably has got pole once again. We cross the line and it's third, but it's 1.3 seconds behind Hamilton. Oh dear. Anyway, a little bit later to qualify, you can see we're down to 12th position at the moment. Are we going to improve on that? Yes, we do. Fuck, get in there. 7th place. 7th place, yes. In a Mercedes. Oh. Anyway, let's look at our driver rank. Oh dear, we've lost a little... Oh my goodness, no. We're in the... No, we're not in the danger zone.
It's race day here in Italy once again. Monza, home to so many records. The smallest winning margin, for example. Do you remember in 1971, Peter Gethin beat Ronnie Peterson to the line by 1/100th of a second.
You can run side by side into the Rettifilio, but don't brake too late on these cold tyres or you will hit someone.
Okay, let's have a look at the final running order then. In first place, it's Kimi Raikkonen. Second place for Lulu. Third place for Sebastian Vettel. Fourth for Daniel Ricciardo. Fifth for Nico Hulkenberg. Sixth for Sergio Perez. Seventh for Maxi Boy. Eighth for the Hookster. Ninth for Romain Grosjean. 10th for Marcus Ericsson. 11th for Fernando Alonso. 13th for Jenson Button. 16th for Felipe Nasser. 19th for Jolly Off Palmer. And bringing up the rear, it's Daniel Kvyat, the torpedo himself. Just before we start the race, you can see that it's going to be intermediate conditions for the whole of the Grand Prix. Anyway, it's time now for the 5 lights to go out on the season's clear mode, and we say go, 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 and it's away he goes. Wow, look at this, another rocket ship start for the line despite the wet conditions. Hookster gets an absolutely huge launch from the line up into 7th position, already past Maxi Boy, and he's going to go for a dive. Even though it's wet, we just know he's going to go for a dive, and he does. Oh my goodness gracious me. He managed to get past the Ferrari, does he, of Kimi Raikkonen? Yes, he does. Up into 2nd position already. Wowzers. Absolute wowzers from the Hookster there. Into turn 1. That's a very, very dodgy first chicane, of course, at this circuit. Very, very dodgy indeed. And he's catching up to the back of Hamilton already. Look at this. Hamilton's going very, very slow. Well, he's going very, very slow compared to the Hookster anyway. Look at this. Once again, the teammates are battling like crazy with each other. This is what we've been waiting to see. This is what we've been waiting to see as the Hookster is trying to get past Lewis Hamilton in the intermediate wet conditions. Oh, wowzers. Enriched mix as well, which is very, very dodgy, of course, because a little bit too much slip there for the Hookster, and he's going to end up crashing it into the barriers, but he's catching Lewis Hamilton, as you can see, going to the final chicane. He's getting very, very close now to the back of Lulu. Kimi Raikkonen's dropping back a little bit, but oh my goodness, the Hookster goes wide though. He managed to rejoin the circuit, but that's given Kimi Raikkonen the opportunity that he needs. Not that he needed much of an opportunity. He sidles down the inside. In fact, we've got 2 cars now trying to get past Hookster, but I think he's going to cut both their noses off. Yes, he does, and he holds on to this 2nd place, but unfortunately that's given Lewis Hamilton a little bit of breathing space. He's managing to pull out a little bit more of a lead now as he puts in a fastest lap as well, does the blessed one. Yes, fastest lap for Lulu. This is now lap 2. Lap 2 still of course raining, and it's going to continue raining until the end of this Grand Prix. What are we going to do as regards to strategy? What are we going to do? Are we going to try and get to the end of the Grand Prix on one single set? of intermediate tyres and go for a no-stop. Well, I think that may be in the mind of the Hookster, because of course he wants to get as many points as he can to try and win this championship, as he's now put in a purple sector time, everyone, a purple sector time, and he is now starting to close once again on Lewis Hamilton like he did before. But more importantly, can he get past him? Can he actually overtake the Mercedes driver and get into the... Oh, Jesus, that was very, very close indeed there. He almost binned it. I think he may have hit the curb there, and that just unsighted him and maybe caused a little bit of a loss of concentration there, but it's okay. He's still holding on to second place. Kimi Raikkonen got very, very close there, but it actually dropped back a little bit now. Wowzers. Okay then, got to be careful with Hookster. Put in another fastest sector time though. Another purple sector time for the Hookster. Still chasing Lulu, but you can see the gap now between the Hookster and Lulu, and he's got 4 cars right up his keys and Adele's now, trying to get past. You can see, look at this. Got Ferraris in the mix, we've got a Force India in the mix, oh my, and a Red Bull as well. It's all going off on lap 2 of this Grand Prix, but the Hookster, he just holds on to this second place. All goes wide again though, and Hamilton once again puts in a fastest lap. It's the fastest lap. We're now going to lap 3. Sergio Perez has now put in a fastest lap. Wowzers, it's all changing at the front here as we go into the first turn, and once again still chasing Lulu, but we've got to be careful because we've got to defend against the cars behind. And now of course is Kimi Raikkonen in that Ferrari car, yes, the Ferrari car, and the seat that he so viciously stole from me, I think about 2 seasons ago now, I can't remember. I think it just seems like a distant memory now. I'm not bitter about it whatsoever. I've just passed it now. I'm past it, and we have once again put in a fastest sector time. Yes, a fastest sector time for the Hookster on that 3 of this Grand Prix at the gorgeous Italian circuit. Well, it would be gorgeous if it wasn't pissing down with rain, but usually it's a very, very nice circuit indeed. And of course, it's another one where it's flat out straight. We can get in that DRS, and as I say that, we've got Kimi Raikkonen without DRS trying to get past us. So be very, very careful that we don't get taken out by the Ferrari. But we're still maintaining pace in second position. Hamilton's still in the lead, and he's pulling out a little bit of a gap on us now, but that's okay. I think we're just going to hold station. We don't want to take too many risks in these wet conditions, so we're just going to hold it in second place, because that's all we need, as I've said, to win this championship, is to hold on to second place. When the opportunity arises, the Hookster is going to attack like he did in Spa, but for this race I think he may just... Oh, he's gone wide again. Wowzers, he's really struggling with these conditions, I do believe. Of course, not helping is the fact that he's in rich mix. He needs to turn the fuel down a little bit to give him more grip into the corners. As we accelerate forward now to lap 6, still holding on at the moment, but oh, Kimi Raikkonen's now going for a move, and he gets past. Raikkonen gets past, but the Hookster's not going to give up on this, and he goes, oh, does he do it? Yes, no, Raikkonen's still there. Has he done it now? Yes, he has. So now back into second position, but he's got cars swarming all over the back of him. Look at this, there's Raikkonen, there's a Red Bull, and I think the Force India is there as well. 30% wear now on the tyres as the Force India tries for a move, but the Hookster manages to hold him off. But the question is, are we going to go for this no-stop strategy? Well, it could work because, of course, there's not going to be any change in the conditions, so the tyres are going to be okay all the way throughout this race. And we just heard that Lewis Hamilton has come into the pits, which means we go into the lead of this race on lap 8. Yes, we go into the lead. I don't believe it. I think we are now definitely going to go for a no-stop. Yes, we're going to go for the no-stop, and hopefully it will work out for us. But at the moment on lap 8, the Hookster goes into the lead of this Grand Prix. We accelerate forward down to the end of lap 8. Still hold on to the lead at the moment. 38% wear on the rear tyres though, and you can see that while the cars are trying to get past us, it's the Force India, and he does get past us. It's Nico Hulkenberg. He has taken over the lead from us. Well, of course, we're not going to give up on this, and I think the Hookster... Oh, wow, look at the speed advantage the Hookster's got in this Mercedes car as he absolutely zooms past and rejoins back into the lead of this Grand Prix on lap 8 going to lap 9. Wowzers, absolute wowzers. So the Hookster is giving it all and still holding on to first place at the moment. We accelerate forward down to lap 10, and you can see that Nico Hulkenberg is still desperately trying to get past us as we jump over the chicane there, but we're still holding on to this first place. Well, of course, I think everyone behind us has made a pit stop, so this is going to be a disadvantage because, of course, we have got to carry on with these worn tyres. 44% now on the rears as we accelerate forward now to lap 12. Just going into the last lap of the race. 58% now on those tyres. We are approaching the danger zone, of course. The intermediates are very, very soft tyres indeed. So there's an opportunity for them to punch around about the 65 to 75%. So we've got to be very, very careful. We're on 59% now, but this is the last lap of the race and we are still in the lead. I can't believe it because we haven't stopped. But yes, we are still in the lead on the last lap. Verstappen is now in second and Lewis Hamilton is in third place. So we have managed to break him up between finishing in second place with Maxi Boy Verstappen as we put in a fastest sector time on very, very worn intermediate tyres. I can't believe it, but we have done. So just a few more corners to go and I think we are going to win this race, everyone. 61%. Come on, tyres. You can hold out. I'm sure you can. We should be okay up until 75% wear. Hopefully, anyway. Even if it gets that dodgy. But it's not going to get that dodgy because we're on the final few corners and we're up to 61%. So it's all good. It's all good. The strategy has worked out absolutely superbly today. At this circuit, absolutely superbly, and we are going to win the race because we've just got the final corner to go. Yes, of course, it's my favourite corner name of all time. It's Parabolica. Yes, so we're going to Parabolica for the very, very last time, going a little bit wide there on the exit, but we managed to pull it together. 63% wear on the tyres. It's okay though because we're about to cross the line and win the race. Fantastic! Get in there. Yes, the Hookster has done it. That was an absolutely fantastic call there to go all the way to the end on these intermediates. And it worked out. And there is Toto Wolff, the Dominator. And there is the Hookster, who has completely terminated the rest of the field and won the bloody race. And there's his mechanics going crazy. Look at them, like they're completely off their heads. Look, just look how crazy they're going. And there is someone struggling to get out of their car. It's Sergio Perez, 6th place for the Sahara Force India F1 team. There he is, everyone. Top step at the podium. Yes, fantastic. Poor little Lulu. Poor little Lulu. I think it was that front wing damage that really hurt his race, though. I think it was. Anyway, time for the champagne to go over everyone. Yes, go on, Lulu's eyes. Go on, get this. Yeah, that will affect him in the next race, hopefully. Won't be able to see properly. Well done. There's the Hookster. Top step of the podium. Fantastic. Let's look at the scores on the doors then. We are now 61 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton after the Italian Grand Prix. Yes. And Rosberg, of course, is not driving, so his points are not to be included, really. So the next target is Kimi Raikkonen in the Ferrari, and he's way down with 138 World Championship points. So it's really just between us and Lulu until the end of the season. And the constructors, of course, we are in the lead with 414 points. But here it is, our driver rank. This is more important than anything else, but it's okay. I think we're going to be doing well here. Yes, up to 7. Are we going to get up to 8? Yes, we do. Wowzers. Fantastic. Well, once again, thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always. And yes, of course, there will, of course, be more later.